Hello, hello. Welcome to my channel, titistrinketsandtreasures. My name is Heather Aston. If this is your first video from me, so happy to see you. I hope that you will find this entertaining and informative enough to want to subscribe and change your notification bell to all so that you never miss a new release of mine. If you're a returning viewer, thank you for your continued support. It's greatly appreciated, and I love that you guys show up for me time after time after time. Okay, as the card stated, this is video 2 of my second FOC from Randy, which, as I kind of talked about in the last one, is a little bit thrown together with some leftovers from Bargain Bead Box, and I think one of the strands is from Dollar Bead Box, but it's okay. That just means I have more supplies. But since Randy cheated a little bit, I'm going to cheat a little bit, and this is how I'm going to show you. Let's go down to the mat real quick. Okay, so this is where, hello, can you focus? Sorry a minute. I don't know what's going on with that. Hopefully that's not going to keep jumping. Okay, if it does, I'll notice it because I can't stand when it does that. Anyways, it all started with these goldish with the other color on it. And I couldn't decide if it was blue or green, y'all. I swear. If you set it next to the green, it looks green. If you set it next to the blue, it looks blue. So we're just going to do both. I don't know why I would have to keep any rules. So these did come from Randy. I don't remember if these did or not, but I love these beads and I've wanted to use them for a while. I don't know why I have it up till this point. I hope I have enough to do at least one other project. I have several. I just have a pearl wood bead situation in my mind for this. Don't know why I haven't done it yet, but so here's what I'm thinking. We're going to do an old geometrical, easy peasy. I'm going to grab some beading wire, and I'm going to go up one side, like go around this and up into the blue. But first things first, I do want to go ahead and put a bunch of these on, so that when it goes around this bead, cannot think of the name of it right at this second. Donut bead. So when it goes up and around the donut bead, focal, whatever you want to call it, it's already starting our color story, which will include this gold. As I said, I hadn't dove into my bargain bead box as much as I should. So when I saw this, I figured we could have a little Thunderhorse Descendants bead box bargains collab situation. So here's the only thing I'm not sure of. I don't know if I want the gold to go through the middle and be along the back as well, or if I just want it to be on the front. Look at how pretty that's going to be. Oh, I'm excited. So that's what I'm trying to figure out right now. I think I might want it. All right, let me put 2 more on here because I think that's how many it's going to take to do this. And then I want to cut off this, but we're going to make a loop after we go up through the blue bead. Oh, you guys, that's going to be gorgeous. Oh, thank you, Randy. This box has inspired me, or this little packet has inspired me more in the last 2 days than any other element I've had. And it's silly because I had the bead box bargains, or my bargain bead box for this month. So I should have been good considering it's mostly the same thing, but I was not. Okay, hold these tight so that there are no gaps or as little gappage as possible. You guys, look at how pretty that is. I hope you all agree with me and aren't like that looks ugly. You are crazy, woman. Those do not go together. I think they do. So here's what I think I want to do. I think I want to put another one of the little gold beads on top of that. And possibly one of the beads that kind of... Oh, I don't think this has a big enough hole to have 2 passes of this medium. Oh, what am I doing? I need gold or bone. This is probably one of the situations where I'm okay with other stringing wire brands. Let me see. I'm trying to find it. All right, give me... Oops, did I find it? Nope, that's my other soft flex. Okay, give me 2 shakes of whip tail. I'm going to find that and be right. Okay, found it. This most certainly should go through everything twice. Good job, Heather. Also, there's going to be another project that involves these cubes and the amethyst that I got in my other box. So I'll be joining those 2 together. I want to keep this number of beads on there so that I know that I'm putting on the right amount. Plus, stop. I'm sorry. Obviously, I forgot to turn off my phone. Okay. See how much easier that was? It really is that much easier when you do it that way. Okay. I'm going to cut off a longer piece of this. And then it's going to need to go up on the donut again, which has like these little flecks or air bubbles. I'm not sure, but I like them. Okay. So now we just need to get this kind of... I have lipstick all over my stuff. Okay. In case you're new around here, I'm a struggle bus, just so you know. So you won't be surprised when I do more things like that. Okay. Got those all squished in together. We're going to come up to the top. We're going to go through the blue bead, and then we'll pull it. I want it to be even. And then we should be able to go up through the... Come on. I just did it with the medium wire. This is not medium wire. Okay. So we're going to go like that. And then, like I said, I want to put it through the gold bead. And then through the fire polish. Just like that. Loving it. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. Okay. I just love when a plan comes together exactly the way you want it to. Okay, now I need to get a gold crimp. We're gonna make ourselves a little loop. So we're gonna go down over both of these. And then we're gonna go down and out with the longer of the two, or do I want to do both? Okay, well, I guess the wire is making the decision for me because it's not wanting to cooperate. Okay, now I want to hold everything like tight while I'm getting this all ready. Like, I don't want gap like that. Do I need one more square bead down there? Yes, I do. Oh, come on. It's so funny though, right? When all you're looking for is your soft flex, all you can find is your beetle on. When all you're looking for is your beetle on, you just find your soft flex. So there we go. Now we should most certainly not have a gap. So now we're going to put we're going to scooch that down. Yep, now there's not a gap. That was the spacing issue. Alrighty. Then we're going to do the gold, the fire polish. And then we're going to make a loop once I can get both of these strands through this fire polish bead. Much better. It's not trying to separate itself, nothing. It's all good. So always take a look to see what the cause of it is. Sometimes it's just being difficult. Most times there's a reason it's not acting the way you want it to. Okay, we're going to pull down. If I can get my finger on that, it's barely sticking through there. Come on. There we go. I couldn't figure out which one was which. So I know that I want my loop to go this way for stringing purposes. So I'm going to leave that like that. I'm not going to turn it or twist it or anything like that. That way. Sorry, allergies suck. But I know I'm very blessed that I did not have allergies for most of my life, though I do have all my other stuff. But this year just came about that I'm going to have lots. Oh, I'm going to use my magical crimper now, which was the pliers that have a concavity in the center of it in the shape of a ball. And when you use the crimps, it slowly pushes the metal back into itself until you have a cute little bead. So the number one tip I can give you is that you need to keep that crimp tube in the center of the concavity the whole time. Otherwise, it's not going to turn out well. You're going to have these where it kind of goes like an hourglass shape. both at the top and the bottom, and then it's scratchy, which the whole point of this is not to have scratchy wire. So you're just going to put your plier there and you're going to squish. No, you do not have to be Hercules. And then you're just going to keep going around and rotating until once you do this, you will know exactly what I mean. But I go around until there is no more resistance. Like if I can just rotate this and put it in my pliers the opposite way, see how you can kind of tell this is like going from being slack to going up straight when I make the move. There, now it's stopped. Okay, and then we're going to cut our wire both at the top and the bottom. You guys are obsessed with this focal. Oh, I ordered these a while ago, and I ordered them because I had clear ones that I liked as well. Oh my gosh, you guys. Okay, so this was probably going to be a short necklace. Full screen real quick. This is going to be a shorter necklace. Tilt this down a little bit because I wouldn't want it to fall anywhere lower than like right there. So it'll be a shorter necklace for sure. That's what I want to achieve. That way I'm not drawing anyone but my husband's attention to my justice area. I don't know why I stopped talking and didn't finish that word. My bad. Okay, so here's the deal. I have all these green flowers. Cute. I have the cubes. Cute. I have the fire polish. The only question, I was originally going to use these, but I think I'm going to save these for some earrings. And do something that I saw the stylish maker, cannot think of her name at this moment in time, but she just did like chain from one connection to the other, and it was really cute. I have these little tabby things that I'm assuming are supposed to be part of a class, but I always like a good repurpose, so I might be using those in a bracelet. Maybe the bracelet that goes with this set. Not 100% sure yet. Okay. Earring hooks out because I know I want to do earrings. So luckily I know that I have a bunch more of those gold cubes, but I want to figure out my stringing pattern quickly here. So I'm just going to pull some out. I might not end up using these flowers at all. Nope, I don't think I'm going to. I think I'm going to save those for something else. I still have the rest of the blue crystals, which is the other like half of this color. It goes from like lime green to the blue. So I will likely do something with those at that time. Now, here's what I'm thinking. And I know that's dangerous. Their thinking is very dangerous. I think what I'm going to do is I'm gonna do 2 fire polish in the center, and the reason for that is so that I can stay down here. Oh no, maybe I need to do a couple of little spacer balls right there. Hold on. Or I can wait, and when I know what the center is going to be, I have this little trick where I will put a crimp bead in the center, well, 2 of them, and squish them, and then I use those as my centerpiece. So I will figure out where that needs to go in order for that to happen. So if I have this, definitely gotta do a little bit more than that. Okay, I think that is going to work. I will have to borrow some. I'm going to pull off a little bit more just in case. I may have to borrow some other beads, but so let's go ahead. Borrow some of the like thickness from another piece of beading stringing wire, whatever you want to call it. I just like it if I could talk this morning. Goodness. Because I just need these to be really small. So I'm going to put 2 of them on because, as I just said, I will crimp them next to each other and they will sit underneath the focal. So we're going to pull those down. Then we are going to borrow, like I had pulled this out, but I think I'm going to cut it and use 2 lengths of it, which will give me more filling in the ravioli. Okay, there we go. So I'm going to start with one of them and I'm going to just crimp it. Just rotate around. Careful that the other crimp doesn't get caught up because you don't want it to get squished before it's A, where it's supposed to be, and B, you don't want to crimp it out of shape. Okay, see, that took a lot less times going around it. So I'm going to provide just enough space in between these that, again, I'm not squishing the other one. And then crimp, crimp, crimp. One more time right here just to make sure. There you go. Then I'm simply going to cut the copper wire off. At both ends. And then you have this cute little crimped space to keep your focal off of your stringing wire. Just a quick and easy little trick. It will stay where it's supposed to be as soon as we get more beads on. But here's what I'm thinking. Okay, so we have that gold in the center now, but I'm thinking we're going to start by putting these, the bluish, greenish, whatever it is, on. Then I'm going to pop gold on. I think I'm going to do this until I have 3 fire polish. Oh my goodness. In case you're new here, Heather is not good at stringing stuff about 50% of the time. Okay, and then we're going to put one of our blue beads on. Actually, I think I might see what wood options I have right here so that the brassiness of the yellow is toned down just a little bit. Okay, so these are the two sizes I have. These are probably 3mm, while these are 2.5mm. And these may be exactly what I want. Like this may fix the problem. That's not a problem. It's just part of designing. Okay, let's see. So I'm thinking if we do that, and then we put a wood bead on, and then a gold, and then a wood bead. And these are some of those beautiful Tibetan. Oh, I finally got it on, and then I pulled it right back off. Tibetan sandalwood beads that I got from at Bernie's. Okay. Yes, I think I'm liking this much better. Plus, it gives us a little bit more space before we need to go to the um larger blue. Come on, just go through. Because I'm still going to use the same number of, I want like the third fire polish, but these Tibetan sandalwood, this is all a lot of the same size. So I'm wondering if I should go up in size of the sandalwood. Let's try that out real quick before we go much further. I don't know if the bigger will be better or not, but we'll see. Okay. So let's go to the like they're not exponentially bigger, but they are larger. So we'll get a little bit more variance between the sizes. Oh yeah, I'm glad I changed it. I like that a lot better. I know it's not much of a difference, but it was bugging me. So I'm gonna go with my gut. Tried the other one. I like it better. The little one wasn't doing it for me. So I'll get these cleaned up real quick so they're not in my way and don't get mixed with any of the larger ones. So that when I'm stringing, I have to like check every other time just to make sure that I'm doing it with the right heat. And like I said, I want this to be like very subtle. I don't want it to be too big or too like in your face or however you want to say that. Okay, so back to our piece. Plus, I love gold and wood together. It's just a favorite of mine. Okay, so we need to do gold, Sandalwood. Just in case you are not already aware, if I use something in a piece that I get from Bernie's and you're like, I need that, I can hook you up. Just let me know. And I can invoice you and get it sent out immediately. I like that a lot, a lot, a lot. Okay. Then we're going to do wood, large blue. Yeah, I'm loving that. I know it's like a drastic size difference, but I'm kind of obsessed. The only thing that I might do is I might grab a larger wood bead to go on either side of that. No, I am. They're right here. I know they're right here. I think my old eyes are deceiving me. Unless they're up here. Let me see on the wall behind me. I have these 8s. I just don't know that I wanted to go that much bigger. These are more reddish. Is the only reason I'm not like all in with these, because see, they're like more red than wood. Man. I'm like sitting here staring at the bottle, trying to decide if I can find just the feel of the color tone that I'm looking for within one jar. I also have this mixture of different African woods that I could pull out and possibly use. They're more rondelle shaped. And I love the little, here, let me bring this up so you can really, this is the natural color of it. And it has that same yellow speckles in it. So this is definitely what we're going to use. I just need to find a bead tray. So, okay, or not. And use my hand. Yeah. Yep. That was exactly the what I need. That's why it's kind of dark. But they are all the same. How come some of these are really dark? Come on, don't tell me that I only have a few of the lighter color. There's 3. There's 4. This is darker. That one's lighter. And the whole reason I wanted a tray is because I knew that I was going to need to like dump these out to find the ones I want. Oh my goodness. Nothing is wanting to cooperate with me today, it appears. Okay. Now let's dump this out. Put those back away. And just pull out the beads that you need. Those. There's some more of the yellowy speckled wooden beads. They're just so cool. They're all different kinds. Like these aren't painted or anything like that. Like, look, they have these that have like leopard spots on them. They're so cool. I love them. If I could get a strand of just those, I'd be happy, but I also don't mind having to buy the whole strand to get them because I happen to like all the rest of the options in this little mix. Okay, that should be enough because like I said, I don't want this to be too big. I want it to um stay at like the collarbone-ish length. Oh, they're just okay. Put that away. All right. So now I just have to decide if I want to go tiny sandalwood to bigger African wood and let it transition like that. Let's put the blue on and see what I think about that. I'm trying to decide if it's just too big or not. I can't decide. This is when I would love to be live because I could actually ask you guys for advice, your opinion, and I'd be answered back. Let's see here. Yeah, I don't think I like it. If I had something that, I don't know, it's just too much. So we're going to go with that, but where are the bead caps that we got from Bargain Bead Box? It was either this month or last month. I'm not entirely sure. Hold on one second. Okay, supplies have been acquired. Alrighty. I pulled out these little flower spacers, and then I was like, okay, those are cute, but it needs something more. So I originally just used this one large bead cap, but I'm kind of wanting to see what it looks like if I stack. So it would be little itty bitty, if I could see, so itty bitty that it's very difficult to hold on to and still get it on the stringing wire. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh, did I get it? Doesn't matter because I already moved my hand. Let's see here. We might not be stacking big bead caps, y'all. Oh my goodness. Okay. And then the daisy spacer, the filigree gold bead cap, and then we're just gonna slide this puppy on and see if that looks pretty or messy. I can't decide. I think the thing that is throwing me off is the daisy spacer. So let's just take the daisy spacer off, which those are 18 karat gold plated ones. I can only get 40 for the price that I can get like 1,000 from or for, but it's okay. Where did my blue bead go? Slid off. Okay. Yeah, I like that. I think that's pretty. I don't even know that we need the rose. The only thing I was thinking is that it kind of gives a little more separation and gives the blue bead more of its own moment. I'm just not sure how I feel about it. Like the whole point of this was, is it blue or is it green, right? If I was using the lime green color, I would change, I would swap things up, but I'm not. I'm doing this. So I might take the rose off and see what I think with just the bead caps. So back to trying to string baby bead caps. Yeah, I like that. I still like the rose. Yeah, I think I'm gonna put the rose back on because I really like the way it looks and feels. I like that it helps you come up to the larger bead better. But I might just have to. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. I just think I'm going to do the flower and then maybe if I do this, I will feel better. Yep, that's smooth. There we go. It just has the little bitty bead cap and then the daisy spacer, which we don't need many of these. So even though they're a little bit of a splurge item, we are okay with that because we have them. Then we'll put another rose spacer on. And then we'll start another repeat of our pattern. Wood, gold, wood, fire polish. All right, guys, I'm going to continue stringing up the pattern. I want to have at least 2 of these, if not 3. I would prefer to have 3 on each side. So we just need to see if anything I can adjust the number of wood beads and whatever down here so that I can accomplish that. But we'll see. I'll be right back. Let's all strung up. Okay, here it is. I'm obsessed. I didn't end up using any beach caps. I thought the roses did the job by themselves. So I have 3 of the blue on each side. I did change out the last part, and instead of having 3 of the fire polish, I did 5 so I could have a couple extra inches. So we're going to start by crimping this bad boy up. Just as soon as I can find where I hid my crimp tubes in plain sight because, you know, here, there. I just used them. We're gonna need 2 of these bad boys. That feels like 2. Yep. I'm going to look for that. I have this that I can put in it to get extra space as well. I am going to use one of my new knot covers, or like knot hiders, I guess. I'm not exactly sure, but they're right here. But I think I'm going to finish it off with wood because it just looks to be that same size. So basically all I should have to do, and this might have to be strung like on actual string, not on beading wire. Because I feel like you have to go up one side, then squish over to the other side, and then come back down. Oh, it would have been handy had I put the crimp tube on. Duh. Okay, let's try this again. We're gonna slide it through the little loopy. And then we're gonna go back down the other side. Okay, Cooksy, you're in my way. Give me a moment. I will be right with you. That's the one I came out of. So we need to put this down through that end cap right there. And then we should be able to move the crimp up into place. I think this might have to be an actual like strung one, because the cap isn't big enough. It will cover most of the crimp tube, but it's not going to allow this to fit over the bead. So I think if anything, I would have to go down through a wood bead, like here. I'm going to sacrifice this crimp by cutting it off. Okay, so what I could do is put this down through the top of the wood bead right there. Nope. Come on. Like that. So the wood bead is all the way up in the bead cap like that. And then you could do the crimp right there. And it would just be like that. I'm interested to try this when it comes to like actual stringing. Okay, now let's grab that other crimp tube. So much for saving wire. I was like, oh, I'll have enough to do a bracelet. But no, I won't, because I'm cutting all this craziness off of my current string. I can go up to about there and I'd be okay with it. I just, all this other curly kiwi mess is just too much. Okay, so then we're going to scooch this down And then just like I did earlier, I'm gonna slide this in just to the end of the crimp. We don't want it to show. We only need that little extra bit of assistance. There it is. So then we'll pull it right up to the base of the crimp. Center that. And squish. And squish. And squish some more. And see, just that extra little bit of extra cording within the crimp made it much easier to close it. So, uh-oh, I just almost cut my loop off. Oh my. Okay, then we're going to slide everything down to that end. It pretty much already was. Oh, nope. Oh, no, I was wrong. Oh, duh. I'm going to have to redo that other side. At least it looks like I'm going to have enough to do so with. I forgot I had the spacer in the middle. So I have to use, I can't use any extra because I crimped the center too. And again, crimp tubes hiding in plain sight. Right here. Okay, let's do this again. Oh, we'll take out a couple. Let's move it there. Okay. Okay, okay. So we're gonna go down, and I think I might be able to get this through the next bead just for you know, um, just for shits and giggles, you know. Why not? Okay, don't want that big of a loop. Don't want that small of a loop. It's okay. We're safe on both. Okay, so we will need this to be like up against there, but still have that fluidity to it. So we're gonna push that top bead down. And then we're just gonna, that loop's a little too small, even by my liking. I'm like, I would be okay. No, 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 it won't. Now I gotta get these in so that I can pull it up to like right there. Okay. Now we can separate the crimp tube from the fire polish because you do not want to accidentally crack your bead. And then you're just gonna crimp, and I just realized I didn't put extra in, but it's okay. I'll just keep going. It really doesn't take that much. It's probably not even like a 5-second difference. I just happen to like the way that it looks better. Okay. All right, there's that side. Now let's go fix this side. And then we'll put a clasp and all that on it. Again, we're gonna, wait a second. Oh, we do not have a wood bead on the other end. Not sure how that happened, but it happened. So, because we are a little bit short on wire on this side due to my own error, I find that with my dexterity issues, it is much easier for me to grab onto the beading wire itself and let that direct it. Oh my goodness sakes, there. Let that direct its way down. You are frustrating the heck out of me. Okay, that's about where we want that. So we're just going to go in and squish, 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 squish again. And then we will attach our closures, which are likely just going to be a lobster class and some jumper. And then I'm trying to decide if I want to do a bracelet or earrings to go with this. It's so pretty. I feel like it's upside down. No, it's not upside down. We're okay. So we have this. I'm trying to decide. Do I want to do earrings real quick? I think I'm going to hold off. I may do earrings for this in another video, but I'm going to leave this. I'm going to put 2 of the itty bitties and then 1 of the larger. And then I just need to find my lobster class, which I was fairly certain that I pulled out before the start of this video. But that doesn't mean that they stayed out. So, let's see here. Oh, I have some right here. Oh, no, those are easy current. That's why I didn't have them out. I was going to show you guys how to use easy current. Darn it, Heather. I feel like this is a very good, I have a great big oversized one. Maybe we'll do that. Yeah, let's just go ahead and go with the extra large jumbo since we're going to use the bigger hook. Might as well put them together. So on one side, we're going to go like this, and we're going to go like that. And then we're going to go like this. And there's our lobster class. Okay, that one is in fact closed. I wanted to make sure it wasn't, that it was closed and I didn't need to fix that. But for attaching, using the like 3.5, 4mm ones is just a way to secure it to your piece. I like to use like the smallest but heaviest gauge one I can find. Uh-oh. Does it work? It does. Okay. So it's like you didn't check. Oh, love it. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. Okay. Another design in the books. Next, I have another really cool idea. that I would love to share with you. Let me show you how this fits on right where I wanted it to hit. Love it. All right, tilt it down a little bit so you can get the full vantage point. What? I can't get it centered. It's driving me nuts. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Oh, love the length. I call this the Becky Foster length. Obsessed. And you guys, these geometric, like this one and come on, I finished you. Oh my goodness gracious. And this one, I'm having a blast playing around with stuff that I got from Randy. So I'm really excited. I'm happy to keep going. Hopefully it will inspire you guys as much as it's inspired me. So I'm going to wrap this one up so I can get on to the next one. Have an amazing rest of your day. Sorry, gotta get over here. And as always, happy beading. See you later.